Alrighty. This is 10-minute break with Steve and Cody. We've been talking about doing a podcast for like 80 years now. We're finally
Yeah,
here.
yeah, a little late, but better late than never.
Oh yeah. Originally Golden Voices, but I think I think we've conjured something a little bit more time fitting. So it's mostly going to be about sports. May not give a fuck about our opinions, and we probably don't either, but here we are talking about it. Steve, I want to start off the day with some UFC. This week in UFC, we had our main event, Pereira versus Magomed. What do you think of the fight? Who do you think was going to win from the start? Just give me your overall synopsis.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up not being a very exciting fight. Um, but overall, we got a new champion in Magomed Ankalaev. Um, I originally had Ankalaev in my, pre-fight pick.
Mm-hmm.
Very close either way. Could have gone. I just knew Ankalaev definitely had the grappling advantage and also could hang on the feet, even though Alex is quite, a prolific striker that not a lot of guys can hang with. Magomed can hang with them. The grappling ended up not really being much of a factor with Alex stuffing most of them, but um, Alex just seemed pretty hesitant and didn't really ever get his offense going in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, Round five was close, and it probably could have gone to Alex if he landed a couple more clean shots. So,
Sure.
super competitive. I would say they probably are going to have a rematch later in the year with Alex being an active champion with multiple defenses. I think they probably run it back probably sometime like October, November.
Okay. And then moving on to the Justin Gaethje fight, what do you think of that?
Yeah, the odds makers had Justin Gaethje as a underdog, which I can see some reasons why, but at the same time, these guys fought not too long ago with Gaethje winning.
I mean,
And
Justin
on top
has
of that,
double his wins, right?
yeah, I mean, and that necessarily like total wins. You got to take in a bunch of stuff into consideration, but I mean, the main thing was, this was short notice for Fiziev. Gaethje was supposed to fight Dan Hooker, who broke his hand, I believe. So it was a short notice thing. So I'm not sure how you have Gaethje as the underdog when he's got a full camp and it's short notice for the other guy, and Gaethje's already won this matchup.
Sure.
Once again, it was close. Fiziev had some success in round one, but ultimately Gaethje did come through, and that was my pick. Also had him by decision.
Mm-hmm.
So that those two went pretty well for me. Gaethje is in an interesting spot because he's getting older. I don't know if they're going to give him a shot at the title next or not, but it would be a fresh matchup for Islam. So we'll definitely see what they decide to do in the lightweight division.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Flipping over to NBA, I'm just gonna shoot you some rapid fire picks for tonight. See what you think. We've got Jazz visiting the Celtics. I think that this is probably a blowout. You being a Celtics fan, so you'll
Easy.
probably have a little bit of a bias. But yeah, with the healthy Double J, Derek White, yeah, is Porzingis in tonight?
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't looked into it too much yet today.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, it's basically going to be a blowout. We've got the Trailblazers visiting the Warriors. As a Trailblazers fan, myself, I know that this is probably not looking very good for the Blazers, especially at a Warriors home game. Stephen Curry has like a fucking Trailblazers dartboard in his room or something, because every time we've ever played, it's just not been good. I would like to see a Blazers win. Obviously, we're crawling up to possibly get into the play-in, but we'll see what happens. We've got Nuggets and Thunder in the second of a back-to-back. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last night performed miracles for the Thunder along with Jalen Williams. Something about Jokic's elbow has been giving him fits. And he was missing a lot of threes. He only had 9 assists. I mean, he was getting his boards, and he still got pretty considerable points. But the Nuggets are going to have to step up and basically prepare for a Jokic-less night, even if he's there because of his elbow.
which they need Jokic if they're going to have success. I mean, the roster itself is pretty solid, but it starts and ends with Jokic. Teams have been kind of changing up the way they've been defending Jokic. And, it's been causing them some trouble, so they'll have to make some adjustments. But, man, the Thunder are just so good.
Oh, yeah, they're plowing through the West like it's
yeah.
nothing. It is who's losing to the Thunder tonight, basically.
Yeah.
A couple more matchups that I like. Suns Grizzlies. I think that'll be a good game. Grizzlies being third, maybe fourth in the West, and then the Suns. I mean, we've expected a lot more from the Suns team over the past couple years, and they just have not delivered. Who do you see winning that one tonight?
I just don't ever see myself picking the Phoenix Suns to win a game again. I mean, I know it'll happen, but I know they won last night against Dallas, but I don't know. It's just probably one of the biggest collections of talent in the league that just doesn't work. Yeah. I think it's mostly just due to fit. Like, I don't know if Beal, Durant, and Booker complement each other super well.
Yeah.
Great players, but I just don't know if the sum of its parts equal success. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Grizzlies. I'm not the biggest Grizzlies guy either. I think they have an interesting roster. I don't know how much postseason success they'll have, but I do see them taking that victory.
No, for sure. And then lastly, we have Mavericks at Spurs, and you're probably wondering, Cody, why are you mentioning this game? And the reason I am is because the Mavericks have a list of injured players longer than their active players, and the Spurs have Victor Wembanyama out, and I'm wondering, in your opinion, which one is more dire to the team, having Wembanyama out or having 12 players out on the Mavericks?
I would say it's the 12 players out on the Mavericks. No, I mean, Dyer, like, they might as well be the Dallas Dyer at this point. Like, the Mavericks are in such a bad spot. Did you see the post on social media not too long ago of Klay Thompson walking back to the bench and having nobody to, dap up and
I know, dude, it sucks.
There's
and
just nobody on the bench.
It sucks so bad. I feel bad for Klay. I feel like he went to play with another All-Star, potentially two now with Anthony Davis, and he has just had the short end of the stick. He hasn't been playing super well, but I mean, he is obviously a third or fourth option at this point.
I mean, yeah, you're not asking for 2016 Klay. You're just asking him to hit some corner threes and improve the spacing of your offense, and he's still capable of doing that. But yeah, he probably went with the idea of, I'm going to go play with Luka Doncic and play with one of the best, creators in the game at the moment. But the Dallas front office had other ideas.
Flipping over to our next and final sports segment, we've got the NFL. Some breaking news today. We've got my team, the LA Rams, agreeing to terms with Poona Ford. He's a defensive tackle. He is disruptive. He's physical. He's a great run defender. He's 29, so we're getting him on the decline possibly, but boosting up our defense, which broke some records over the playoffs last year, was amazing. But that's not even the biggest news to hit today. As soon as they could send Geno Smith to the Raiders, the Seahawks signed Sam Darnold.
Oh, I didn't see that yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, breaking news within the last 30 minutes. And then with that being said, the Jets have filled in the Aaron Rodgers hole with Justin Fields going to the Jets, baby. So man. I would like to see some success with Justin Fields over on the Nets. I think that would be great. I mean, there's been a lot of moves going on. The Vikings getting rid of Darnold. Why did they not do that? I'm assuming that they're believing in JJ next year. But you've got DK going to the Steelers, DK Metcalf. So that's interesting as well. I guess the Vikings are just trusting in what they have. Maybe they're trusting in the draft. Also, Myles Garrett signed back with the Browns after requesting a trade, so we'll see how that goes. The Commanders have signed Javon Kinlaw. He's played with the 49ers. He played with the Jets. He's a great defensive tackle, and he went to the Commanders with Debo, so they're looking to just be even better with Jaden Daniels. It's just looking very spicy over the past 3 days for the NFL. A lot of people going a lot of places. Later on this week, if we have another run at this podcast, we'll see how this one goes. We'll kind of go over, we'll have like an NFL episode, kind of go over everything and see what the projections are. To kind of wrap up our 10-minute-ish segment here, I've got a segment called "You Can't Judge You by Your Looks." How about your personality, then? We're gonna judge sports personalities in a blind ranking. You have not heard these rankings correct. You have not heard these names.
No prep.
Yeah, no prep at all. So I'm gonna feed you a name, and then you list them 1 to 5 on value, replayability, who you would listen to. Does that make sense?
Yes, 1 being the best.
Yes, 1 being the best, 5 being please turn it off. I'm tired of this guy's takes.
Okay.
All right. First, we're gonna start off with Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, man, it's hard without knowing the other names. Obviously, I guess that's part of the fun.
Yes.
4. I mean, it's bad. I don't think he has good takes. He's
That's
like
right.
entertaining, but like in terms of an analyst, it's not great.
Sure. Leaving open a spot for the worst. Let's go with Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp's fun, man. I'd probably say go ahead and give me 3. I think he's fun to listen to. Yeah.
Okay. How about Colin Cowherd?
Colin.
He's
I don't think
fun.
He's worse than Shaq.
He's
not
fun.
worse than Shaq. He says some silly stuff. I want to put him at 5 just for his Tatum slander recently, but I'll put him at 2 because he is fun to listen to.
Okay. The big dog, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, I mean 5.
5.
This guy sucks.
So that leaves Pat McAfee for number 1.
Solid
List. You've got Pat McAfee, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon.
Smith is 5.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Let me restart. I apologize. I got it all mixed up there. You've got Pat McAfee, and then you've got Colin Cowherd, and then you've got Shannon Sharp, then you've got Shaq, and then you've got Stephen A.
I think it's a good.
I think you did well.
Rank 'em. Yeah,
You
I think
did
that's
well.
probably what I would list them all if I had them all in front of me at the same time.
Oh yeah. But later this week we'll cover more news. We'll just go over some stuff. Maybe get prepped up for the UFC weekend happening next week. And NBA playoffs are right around the corner. NFL offseason has been explosive. People moving around. Probably won't do much baseball and hockey unless something crazy happens. It's just not really my forte, but I mean, still interesting. But yeah, either way, I hope you have a wonderful day, Steve. I feel like this was a successful first episode, and we'll see what the reception is, if any.
I'll leave my line open for the $50,000 sponsors. That'll be
for
lining
sure
up to get on board. Yeah.
Snapple, hit my line.
Yeah.
DM me. I love Snapple. Liquid Death. I'm down with some
all the big ones.
Yeah, all the big guys, the big dogs. You know what I mean?
Helix Sleep will be coming in soon, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Buddy.
Until next time, this was 10-minute break with Steve and Cody. Check y'all later.